Hey y'all, how you doing? It's Valerie here. And I haven't been able to get out in my garden in a few days because I hurt my thumb and I took a big chunk out of it. And so I haven't really been able to use my hand. Also, I had family in town, and even though it was a really good visit, I always need a couple of days to recuperate afterwards. So with all that, I haven't really had a chance to get outside. I did get outside and get some plants to send home with them. But other than that, I haven't done anything. So today, what I am going to try to do is get the rest of my onions planted. I'm going to spread some hay first and plant them in the hay. But honestly, I don't know how far I'm going to get. If I have time, I'd also like to get some flowers planted, at least start getting some flowers planted. So I'm going to gather my trays and get a bag of soil. Anyways, I'm going to go grab my tripod and then go up to the field and start spreading some hay. So the hay's I've already got bales of hay up there. I've just got to grab my tripod and a couple trays of plants. All right, so just wanted to come on here and show you that we took this pear tree down that was right here. It's an ornamental pear, and it's supposed to be sterile, but not last year, but the year before, it actually got pears on it, which it's not supposed to do. And that made me afraid that maybe it would become fertile. I don't know. To me, I'm afraid that if it got pears on it, that it would start reproducing, and I don't want to do that. It's not a Bradford pear. I can't remember the type, but it is an ornamental pear. And because Bradford pears are invasive in this area, I don't want to have a tree that's supposed to be sterile to suddenly become fertile and start producing pears, and then get out of hand and also become invasive. So we decided to take it down, one, for that reason, and two, because it casts shadow on the bottom part of our garden here. I don't know if it would have become fertile after, even though it's supposed to be sterile. I just didn't want to take those chances. I didn't want to take those chances. So I'm going to get off here and go help him drag the tree branches and stuff out of the way and just get it out of the yard and, get it out of the way of cars and stuff. And it goes faster with two people. So I will be back here, up on here, to update you when I have more to show you. I hope you can hear me over the mowing. I'm going to be planting my onions in this field behind me. It's already been tilled up, so what I'm going to do is put hay down where I'm wanting to plant my onions, and then I'm going to backfill with some bag soil. I'm hoping this weekend to go get a scoop of compost, but since I don't have it yet, I'm just going to backfill with bag soil that I have already. So let me put you down and I'll get started on getting this planted. Okay, I've got this hay spread out behind me, and I might need more room than this, but I'm going to start with the hay that I've got. What I'm going to do is separate a little hole in the hay, put my onion in, and backfill with good soil. The soil underneath has already been tilled. I guess let me go ahead and tell you what I'm planting today. I have this tray here, and this is, it just says leek. I think these are the alto leeks, because that's what kind of leeks that I bought. These are alto leeks. This tray here is the Elsa Craig onion. They're supposed to get really big bulbs. We'll just have to see. My soil is on the process of being worked on, and I'm doing it the slow way because I've had success doing it this way before. This soil has been amended slightly, but not as much as other parts of my garden, though it has been tilled, so we'll just see how well the bulbs form up. And the next thing is the yellow of Parma onion. I don't know why I'm holding that up. It's not like you can see it. But I have a tray of this. So I'm hoping that I can get them all in here. I plant them about 4 to 6 inches apart. I don't measure, so I just eyeball it. I think that it suggested you plant your onions about 5 or 6 inches apart. I know some of mine end up a little closer and some of mine end up a little further away because I don't use any kind of measuring device. But that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And like I said, I'm going to make a hole in my hay, put my onion down, and backfill with good soil. Okay. So I've got all my onions and leeks planted. Come down here and see if I can show you. That's what they look like. You probably can't see, but I've got these little pockets and the onions are down in that. And it goes all the way up to there. The last thing I have to plant, let me take you over here and just show you, are these trays of Moroccan toadflax, and they're starting to bloom. These right here, these wooden spikes are my tomato trellises, or where my tomatoes will be. I think I'm just going to take it on the end of this tomato row and plant it. And this one right here that's in the flat, I'm just going to take it out and I'm going to put some soil down, take this out, put it on top of the soil, and then put more soil around it and mulch and call it a day. And those ones I'll have to dig a little hole for, but they're going in right down there near that hay bale at the end of my tomato trellises. I'm going to set you down and get started on planting that toadflax. Planting that toadflax didn't go quite as expected. It was a mat of roots, but it wasn't quite thick enough, so I accidentally dropped the soil on it. But there's what it looks like. We're supposed to get rain for the next couple of days. So, and the soil that I put on them was moist, so they're in moist soil, and I put mulch around it, hay mulch. And I think the rain coming tomorrow will help these stand back up. It might not go so well and they could die off, but I really think that they're tough little boogers and they'll stand back up. I'm too tired. I've been out here for hours at this point, and I'm too tired to fix the toadflax. So I think that they'll be fine. Like I said, it's supposed to rain think for the next couple of days, but I know for sure it's supposed to rain tomorrow. And like I said, the soil's wet. I feel like I'm just repeating myself, but I'm trying to think of everything I wanted to say. I'm worn out, so I think I'm going to go in and get something to drink and take a break before I have to start dinner. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I planted these onions and leeks. It took way longer than I expected, and I had way more onions and leeks than I expected to plant. Also, I just remembered that I have another tray of onions in my greenhouse still that I completely forgot about because they weren't out with these ones. But I'll do that on another day. And hopefully I get a bunch of onions this year because it's one of the things that I eat the most. I put it in just about every savory food I make. And also because of the condition of this soil and it hasn't been as amended as much, they might not get very big. So it's good to have a lot just in case. I think I'm sitting in like the complete worst position because that sun is shining right in my eyes. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will see you on the next one. Bye.